something like this had to happen.
Chandler, but I know you're familiar with this scenario and you have a lot of relationships over there. But everything that you just pointed out, from the Brunson deal to trading Luka and all of these different things, I know you're not Nico, but what is he like? What you thinking? What was your end goal? What was your end game to move all of these pieces around that have gone on and had so much success in other places? Like, what do you think his end game was?
That's what I don't think dude was on a suicide mission. Like, clearly he was trying to do what he thought was best for his career, as his first gig from Nike to the general manager with no real experience. Like, I think he was doing what he thought was best. I think he truly thought the pieces around Anthony Davis and Luka's off the court habits were more of an issue, and the longevity of him being able to do what he's doing now, which now hindsight looks ridiculous because Anthony Davis is hurt and they're second to last in the Western Conference, and Luka's averaging over 40 points and they're second in the Western Conference. So that's what I don't get. And I don't like the whole scapegoat thing for Nico, but he made this bed that he's now sleeping in. As the GM, he could have overruled a lot of these decisions. And I know there's voices above him, but that voice knows nothing about basketball and put his full trust in Nico, and he swung for the fences and struck out. So I think something like this has to happen, but it's a great question, Luke, because we're all basketball guys, and those three moves I just said, none of us would agree, right? If you were in that war room, dude, I feel awful.
No, the moves, not you.
Well, also you, but yeah.
If we were in that Dallas Mavericks war room during that trade, would any of us stepped up and be like, guys, it's a bad trade?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
But no one did. But see, I think that's my issue. Like, Jason Kidd's there too, and we can get to that now if we want to, because it was alluded to by Sham, shout out, that Kidd was aligned with Nico on the trade. So, okay, let's throw the owner out, doesn't know what he's doing, he's a money guy, right? Nico's job, his entire job, is to construct a team that can go out and start to win championships. And Kidd is, according to Shams, right there with him when this move is made. If that is true, what do we make of that? And is his future long now with Dallas?
Well, I'll say for me, and like Chandler said, we're all basketball guys, right? And publicly, something may be going on, and behind the scenes, you know the person's character. You know their work ethic. You know how they go about business. I have zero knowledge of what Luka is behind closed doors. But sometimes when you see these scenarios, they know something we don't know, or is something going on that they may not agree with as a staff that's going on that we don't know. However, if you're asking me if I'm in that boardroom, and just from a fan's point of view, and we talking about trading Luka, and I don't have any information, and I don't know what his habits are and all of that stuff that they tried to make a big deal out of at the beginning of this whole ordeal, I'm gonna sit there and yes, I would say something like, y'all sure? Like, we just got to the promised land with this same guy. Why are we going somewhere else to look for it? Like, the grass ain't greener all the time. And as you can see, you go from a finals team to a team that was fighting to even sniff a play-in. You know what I mean? Like, a lot changes when you deal a guy away like that. And when you do that and you don't get the results that you want, there's plenty of blame to go around. And Chandler just said it. You're talking about a guy that's at the top that aren't basketball people, they're money people. So when you put these type of responsibilities in basketball people's hands, either they pan out or they don't. And if they don't, somebody has to be blamed. And so, you know, that's what we're looking at. It's a mess from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Does he stay? Like, if you're a betting man, you think J. Kidd survives this? Do you think he gets the year? Like, what do you think happens now? Because the year is not going to be great.
I think he survives the season. I think they go with an interim in the meantime, and they wait till the summer, and then they hire someone with real experience. I've already heard the name Dennis Lindsey, who's done a great job in Utah, and now he's in Detroit. He's kind of built that franchise back up. Kind of hear that name already being thrown around. I said yesterday, I think the first thing they should do is hire Dirk Nowitzki. He is the most loved icon in Dallas. He clearly has separated himself from the entire franchise since the hiring of Nico, or since the move of Luka. He's been all on the side of the fans and was frustrated with that move. I think you bring in a guy like that, not even as the GM. Dirk's not a GM. He is just some sort of role, some sort of opportunity where he can get in front of the crowd. He can go to games. He can kind of have that vibe of Dirk where they remember the 2011 championship run. And that would kind of be the first step to me to kind of getting this fan base back for you. So again, I think Jason Kidd, at the end of the day, he's a basketball coach. He's technically not to have an opinion or say on moves like this. It's kind of above his pay grade. No doubt in my mind, I think he was in those meetings. No doubt in my mind, I think he knew about this trade. But at the end of the day, he's the head basketball coach, and this is above his pay grade. So I think he gets a little bit of grace moving forward, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just full-blown, fire sale come this summertime.
I don't know. I feel like through the midst of all this chaos, the main thing that we haven't seen yet is this product on the floor. And for some reason, that part kind of keeps getting ignored. If it comes to a situation where we do get to see this product on the floor and it turns out well, what do we do moving forward? What do we say moving forward? What if it works out exactly the way Nico said, or he envisioned it happening? And that's the part that I'm not okay with. It'd be different if we saw the product, it didn't turn out well, then we can have all these reactions and feel the way we do. But obviously it's an emotional reaction because of somebody that was so beloved in that franchise. But at the end of the day, you got to give Kid a chance to coach this team, to put the product on the floor, see what it looks like. I think that's the most logical decision. And then after that, then you make your decision moving forward. Either you try to make it work, or it's time to blow things up and start all over.
And
go ahead. And I will say, look, it's if I'm Nico's agent, right, or if I'm Nico, I can sleep well at night knowing that the team I did construct and I did take huge risk and chance for, basically my job, I never saw full at strength, and I never saw them on the floor of how I envisioned the Dallas Mavericks after Luka. So that is what he can hang his head on, that never happened and that opportunity never happened. Now we can look at the small sample size, and we can look at them being 3-8 this year, and we can look at what Luka's doing, with his body and all the concerns you had about him. You can see what he's doing in LA versus what the Mavs are doing now with a historic bad start. I'm talking 30th in offense, 30th in points per game, like really bad start. And again, it's 11 games, and still you have no Kyrie. Anthony Davis has been out. Derek Lively can't find a way to be healthy. So he did have a vision that never kind of came to fruition and never kind of became real on the court. So that's my only positive thing to say about Nico, is we never really saw this great team on paper together, which is what he envisioned.
You know how it is, like when something happens, everybody starts to pile on, and that's kind of what's happening now because Luka gets traded. His name got dragged through the mud a little bit. Now we've got the Nico situation, and a team source, we love a team source, said that Nico once put Drew Holiday on the same talent tier as Nikola Jokic. So that's now, we're gonna sit there and question his talent evaluation skills. Boogie, what do you make of that statement?
I question a lot of these experts' talent evaluation. I'm gonna just be honest, like it's more failure than achieving the goal in this league, and that's the part that continues to get ignored. It's a lot of GMs that mess up. It's a lot of guys that get overlooked. It's a lot of talent that gets missed out on. It's a lot of talent that don't even get an opportunity. Sure. So this doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of the front office guys are idiots. I've worked with a lot of them. So this doesn't surprise me. This happens more often than not. It's just casuals in the public don't get to see this side of the business. It's a lot of failure, and it gets overlooked.